Hey, I'm Brooke and this big guy is Bronson, and I wanted to show you guys how I solved one of the issues we've been having. So I started by showing you that you do have to keep it in the refrigerator after opening, but the Furvor Bone Broth topper has solved an issue. That issue is that he needed to lose some weight, so we needed to better regulate how he was eating. He's making noise behind me. We needed to better regulate how he was eating. What that meant for us was that we had to stop his habit of graze eating all day long, and we wanted to have him eat in very specific times. Unfortunately, his anxiety level and his need to be at my side constantly wasn't allowing that. He would take a couple bites and then walk away. This bone broth topper not only makes it so that he wolfs down his meal instantly, it actually has a lot of things that I've been trying to find a way to add to his kibble diet for a long time. However, when I'm looking at bone broth for humans, one of the two big ingredients, or two of the many ingredients, I should say, are onion and garlic. And I was having trouble finding a grocery store brand of human ingredients that didn't have those, and as we know, dogs should not consume that. So here's how easy. There's actually three different methods you can use to make this. I prefer the mixing it in method, but that does not mean that I am just squirting this directly on their food. His weight, and on the top back here, it gives you the weight ratio, so how much each serving should be. So once a day I add this to his food. He is roughly 110 pounds. This is 1 tablespoon per every 30 pounds, or 1 teaspoon for every 10 pounds. So I do guesstimate a little bit. So I'm going to put 3.5 roughly tablespoons in here. And you'll see I let it get a little full because it's not all coming out. It is a very thick, I would almost equate the consistency to a chocolate syrup, a little thicker than a chocolate syrup, maybe a thin caramel. So it doesn't come out of the spoon very easily. So I don't have an exact amount. Now, generally what I would do is already have my sink running, and I would add, it has you add anywhere from a 1/4 cup of water to a whole cup of water. So generally I just do about that much and then mix it in until it is essentially a broth. So I am gonna then put this on top of his food and just mix that right into his food, and he will devour his food in moments. The other two options are that you can just drizzle it on. That's not my preferred method. Number one, because in case he isn't gonna eat all of it, which he will skip around the parts that don't have the bone broth, I'm not sure how much he's getting that way. Also, it will stick to the bowl if you do not kind of get it all liquid. So let me fill up his bowl and I will be right back. Okay, I have his regular old kibble here. I put it in the bowl, give it one quick mix just so I'm sure that everything is absolutely covered, and he will drink through the entire thing quite quickly, which I'm not gonna make you watch how long it takes him to eat, but I will show you how excited he is to get this meal. Go, buddy. And he's not gonna bother us for a while. So the other two ways that you can do it, as I mentioned, one was just to drizzle it on. It is quite thick. The other method is, when you saw me prepare that in liquid, sometimes he prefers to just drink it down like it's a broth. So that's the other option. They can drink it, you can drizzle it, or mix it in like you just watched me do, generally with some warm water. Instructions are on the back. Make sure you refrigerate it. But he has been doing amazing. It's a great additive. You'll have to read everything that it includes, but Furvor Bone Broth Topper, I've only tried the chicken, is amazing.